going on, Jerome's? So a couple of free agents departed from the Minnesota Fighting Vikings. Well, so first off, I understand that as of right now, 3:32 p.m. Central Time, the only time zone that matters, the Vikings have been keeping things close to the vest, keeping their powder dry. And March is funny because this time of year, everyone turns into like a kid in the toy store, just distracted by the shiny objects. And all the media is just creaming in their jeans over and over again. Oh, look what the Bears did. Oh, look what the Patriots did. Doesn't matter, right? Very rarely are March champions in February, right? And also, remember when the Bears had one of the greatest off seasons last year? How'd that work out? The Bears doing all of this, overpaying Grady Jarrett, way overpaying Drew Dahlman, who's basically just Garrett Bradbury, trading for Jonah Jackson, who can't pass block, trading for old-ass Joe Thuney. Yeah, that should change everything. It's going to do that, right? And you'll notice something. You see, it's the bad teams that have to overpay in free agency. Like, do you see the Ravens out here just like throwing up money all over the place? What about the Chiefs? What about the Eagles? Now, teams do spend up when the time is right, and I consider the Vikings one of those teams. And don't worry about them. Yeah, we've gone over. Kwesi brought in probably the greatest free agent class in NFL history last year, all right? And not a single one of them were top 20 paid at their position outside of Grenard. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's a plan here. We're going to be good to go. But a couple of Vikings leaving. Garofalo, the Jaguars have agreed terms with Nick Mullens on a 2-year, $6.5 million deal with $3 million guaranteed. Sauce says the new backup to Trevor Lawrence. Mullens goes to Minnesota to Jacksonville, along with new Jags assistant Grant Udinski. And I'll admit, I am going to miss Nick Mullens. It's been a long day with you, my friend. And, we always say about Nick Mullens. Mullens is like, I'm going to throw 4 touchdowns today. I don't know which team, but I'm going to throw 4 touchdowns a day, right? And now, with Mullens leaving, it's imperative that the Vikings make a big-time push to bring back Daniel Jones. And as of right now, it still looks up in the air. Reportedly, it's Jones' deciding between the Vikings and the Colts. He's basically holding everything up. Him and Rodgers are just like, let me have my moment. I can't believe my eyes. I didn't even think about this before legal tampering opened at 11. Just so stupid. But Mullens, I mean, it was real. It was fun. It was real fun. When he got on the field, he could sling it, but also he made some very stupid mistakes. So the Vikings looking to upgrade at the backup quarterback. Also, tight end 3, the Vikings will need a new body in that spot. Pelissero, former Vikings tight end Johnny Mundt to Jacksonville, 2 years, $5.5 million. Also following Udinski. And as long as Sean McVay and his coaching tree is alive and well, like Johnny Mundt will always have a job. And I do think that Mundt is like a solid tight end 3. Had some nice catches throughout, and a decent blocker. But we said the tight end was a low key need for the Vikings because Johnny Mundt left. Josh Oliver, TBD, what happens in his contract. Hawkinson needs to step up this year and get back to good. And Nick Muse left to the Eagles. So now it's a high key need. The Vikings definitely should and could be in the tight end market, whether in second, third wave free agency and or the draft. Also, Patrick Jones II had a career year last year, 9 sacks, getting things done. He follows DJ Wadham, goes to the Panthers. Mike Garofalo, the Panthers have agreed to terms with former Vikings edge rusher Patrick Jones II on a 2-year deal worth up to $20 million, sources say. 7 sacks last year for Minnesota. Was it 7? Where'd I get 9 from? Now on his way to Carolina. So, now, what's most important about this is comp picks, of course. So, remember, comp pick, this is a rough guesstimation. I mean, Jones and Rodgers, could they be 5th? Could they be 6th? Again, it's a back-of-the-envelope guesstimation. So, the Vikings right now are sitting pretty damn good. Darnold signing his massive deal with the Seahawks, and he qualifies for a 3rd. Beasley's probably going to qualify for a 4th. Jones, Mullens, Mundt, I mean, do they qualify? Do they not? It'll be in the day 3 range. And Rodgers right now is the only qualifying incoming free agent for the Vikings. And also the Vikings have a suite of other players. Like Cam Robinson is going to get decent money elsewhere, probably 4th round pick. Same thing with Murph. Murph might even be in the 3rd round range. Same thing with Daniel Jones. So the Vikings are sitting pretty for 2026 comp pick guesstimation, even if they're active for agency. And also, if they sign a guy like Jonathan Allen, who's coming off a contract, he does not count into the formula. So that's going to be good. And There is a plan, and I understand the people are upset. Oh, the Bears are getting everybody. Oh, the Patriots sign everybody. What's the solution? Did you want the Vikings to pay $14 million per year for Drew Dahlman, who's basically Garrett Bradbury? Did you want the Vikings to pay $108 million for Milton Williams? Just slightly outbid the Patriots? Nah. Trust the process. Remember, free agency is for supplementing your roster. It's not for building. And free agency is a tax on teams that can't draft well. Vikings had to pay some of that tax last year. Hopefully down the line, they'll set up the system the way that it should be. Value free agents for supplementation. You win in your comp picks every single year because your roster is replete with talented players that you can't keep all of them, and we'll just go from there. No. Anyways, that's it. Your thoughts are thoughts. PJ2 to the Panthers. Johnny Mundt to the Jaguars, as well as Nick Mullens is also headed to Duval with Udinsky. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.